All right, boys and girls, welcome to a little 9 o'clock talking Jets, talking 24/7. What channel am I on? Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. It's been a good summer so far. Hanging out. Man, it is hot. I am broadcasting straight from the surface of the sun today. We had like 100-degree weather up here. And I don't know where you guys are, but it is hot. Stinky. Sweaty. Gross. Absolutely brutal. Which reminds me. Sponsor of the day. Mando. Man, this could not have hit at a better time. Seriously, you got to check it out. If you've been struggling with the heat and humidity like I have great news. Mando has just launched something that takes sweat control to the next level, introducing the Mando Deodorant Plus Sweat Control Solid Stick. It's double protection. Finally, you get the odor control you love with Mando, plus powerful sweat control. Don't wait. Grab yours at shopmando.com and experience the double protection of Mando Deodorant Plus Sweat Control. You know what I like about this? Fits in your golf bag. I went out and played golf yesterday, and oh man, it was like 100 degrees out. And you know what? I actually smelled good the entire time. Put this for the pits. This part's not even part of the read. I can't call it ball cream. Invisible cream. No chafing. You guys know the chestnuts roasting in open fire. Mando. Doing it a solid. Clinical strength sweat control. One swipe and you're good to go. This isn't your typical deodorant. It's clinical strength, 2 times better at controlling sweat than the standard. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours, and after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. The stuff works. It doesn't just mask odor, it prevents it. 100% of study participants experienced all-day odor protection. Unlike other deodorants, loaded with chemicals, Mando only uses premium ingredients like gentle mandelic acid to keep you fresh and dry. Double protection, Mando's new deodorant plus sweat control solid stick gives you double protection you need. No more worrying about sweat stains or those embarrassing pit rings. Just all-day fresh and dryness. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash or deodorant wipes. You guys know I love my deodorant wipes. And free shipping. As a special offer for my listeners, get a 20% off site-wide with my exclusive code. Use JetsTalk at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shopping. That's shopmando.com. Please support the show and tell them I sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains. Say hello to long-lasting freshness. Woo, boys and girls. Got a little bit of stuff to talk to you about tonight. We're going to talk through the chat, hear how you guys are doing. And then also, I got a list I saw. This is a pretty cool list. I like this. 10 players that are on the bubble for a roster spot at the end of training camp. And I agree, I think, with all of them. Pretty sure. I shouldn't say it's 10. It's really technically 11. Oh, no, I guess it's 10. It's probably a this or that for one of the positions. We'll go over that, talk to you guys. Do this, let's go for an hour. Do this for an hour. See how this all plays out. See if I keep myself sane in the hot lights of the cockpit. Got Tommy in here. Tommy says, what's going on, Ryan? Good to see you in here. Jacob, good to see you, brother. As always, I'll be touching base with you as we get a little bit closer to the season. David, greetings. Peter, what's up, dude? Happy Monday to Daniel. Green White Militia. They hit 108 down here in South Carolina. Damn, that's hot. Yo, we were at 100 degrees up here, and I'm like, thank God I'm in an office now. Not really. I had to go out to the golf course. I had to go out to both courses right now. I shouldn't say both. 2 of the 6 courses. Whew. It's been warm. Matthew, what's up, dude? Ryan, you've been missed. Dude, it's weird not doing the Monday, Tuesday show, but I'll admit, when there is nothing going on in Jetsland, or at least not much going on in Jetsland, it is nice to take a break. But man, I missed you guys. I like hopping on here. I might have to shift my show from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock more frequently because the bedtimes are getting a little lighter for the little ones. So we'll see. Peter says, I'm melting. I was so sweaty earlier. Well, you got to get yourself some Mando. Boom. Product placement. 2 ads. Welcome back. I'm kind of excited for the season. Oh, Robert, we love you. It's okay. Clemens Def 1. I think Clemens is on this list. Let me just double check it. Yes, he is. He's on here. Spoiler alert. What's up, Mitt? Good seeing you. Good seeing you here. All right. So just like stuff that I've been up to. I don't know. Trying to stay cool, relaxing, hanging out with the family. Went down to LBI for a little bit. By a little bit, just like a weekend. Going down again this weekend. So if you guys are in the LBI area, I got to hit up Blewett when I go down that way. He's not an LBI, but he's down that direction. Green White Militia says, I'm on my way home from 3 hour. I'm on my way home now from 3 hour after. Oh, from 3 after hour calls, trying to get excited for the season. It's tough. Dude, I understand it being a little difficult. Oh, we have a new commercial. Matt made this today, so I got to show this. Do you know where you're going to be week 1? You better be with us. Join Talkin' Jets for a weekend of fun to kick off the NFL season.
We're going to the season opener against the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers. Join us as we'll take over an entire section of MetLife Stadium with Jets fans just like you.
We'll be tailgating with Tailgate Joe before the game, and our group will have post-game access to the MetLife Stadium field.
The fun doesn't have to stop there. The Talkin' Jets crew is heading down to Keansburg, New Jersey, where we're going to the Bayzara Music Festival, putting on a live show and meet and greet live from the beach, hang out, listen to some good tunes, talk some Jets, and kick off the NFL season the right way.
All you need to do is go to talkinjets.com for more info and your tickets. We can't wait to see you there.
Oh, I'm all fired up. Week 1, baby. Going down on the field. I understand. I understand why excitement may be at a notch lower than the last few years, right? We had offensive, defensive rookie of the year a few years ago. You're going into year 2 with that. You have the young quarterback. You're hoping everything's going to go. Everything goes sideways. Then you get Aaron Rodgers. You got 2 years of crazy chaoticness. And then that fizzles out and goes dead. But we got the Steelers coming to town. And if there's one game that I really want to win, if we can win one game the entire year, just one game, I really want it to be week 1. I don't want to lose to Aaron Rodgers. I really don't. Really don't. Don't want to see it happen. Jacob's trying to get to week 1. We still got a good amount of tickets on sale. We haven't really been pushing it a whole lot. I think we got, 30 left, 40 left. But yeah, they'll start to go quicker a little bit as we get closer to training camp. So make sure you get in. Let me know, dude. Peter says, damn, that guy's tall. Yeah, O'Leary's a monster. The first time I met O'Leary, I was like, I'm looking at your nipples, dude. Like, you are like, woof. Super tall. I'm like average size, I guess. Ricky says, if I pay a little extra for the group buy, can I get a few reps at wide receiver 2? I'm ready. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you yes, but you can't hold me to that. You don't even have to pay a little extra. Just pay exactly what the group buy is, and I'm just going to tell you could be wide receiver 2. I'll have Green Bean throw you a football. And that's might be as many passing yards as we see. That was a Justin Fields joke. Sorry. Robert, I think we should be excited that the Jets might have some discipline and accountability. Yeah, I mean, just from last year, dude, the amount of penalties we had and the amount of coaching hiccups and whatnot, if we're just a moderately coached team and don't commit all the penalties, I feel like that's a step in the right direction. Now, a lot of it's going to hinge on the quarterback, and I still am not crazy optimistic. You guys know I try to be more optimistic for the most part, but I'm thinking 6 wins. 6 wins is kind of the high end. I think Vegas has us at 5.5, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. All right, let's get into this list. This is a cool list that one of my buddies over at Jet Nation put together. This was actually, I think he put it together just before, is it minicamp? I think it was minicamp. It was a little while ago. But I think it still stands, unless I'm missing something and someone has been cut off this list and I'm out of left field. But I'm pretty sure everyone is still on the roster from what I'm looking at here. All right. So number 10 on this list, Zaire Barnes. a 6th-round pick in 2023. Barnes played well as a rookie in preseason, but then got hurt. He's played a total of 32 snaps in 2 years. The vets, Marcelino, McCrary, Ball, and Jamin Davis, available for backup duty, and the Jets' Francisco Muigoa. I'm going to jack up that name consistently this year. Being selected in the 5th round, Barnes is going to have to show out in minicamp to even have a chance this fall. Yeah, I'm not super optimistic just because we haven't seen a whole lot from him. Now, obviously, we don't have C.J. Mosley. Quincy's still kind of in a contract-ish dispute, or I'm sure he would like to get a contract done. Now, we've had 100% participation, so we'll see. I'm not optimistic of Barnes being on this team. I really am not. So I think this is a good player to start off with. You guys can let me know what you think about the linebacker position. C.J. Mosley, congratulations on retirement. We kind of all saw that coming. But all the best. All the best to him. Number 9, edge Braden McGregor. A UDFA. Had a strong preseason last year and made the team, playing in 6 games and recording 6 tackles. With Jermaine Johnson back and the Jets drafting Tyler Barron, McGregor's best bet might be the practice squad. Can he regain some of the buzz that surrounded him last year at this time? Look, I don't know. I mean, Jermaine Johnson's going to be on the active roster, obviously, but I don't know if Jermaine Johnson's going to be Jermaine Johnson for the duration of this year. If he can start to look at 80, 90% of what he was come the tail end of the season, I'm going to be feeling really good. I'm going to grade JJ on a curve this year. It's going to be tough coming off that Achilles injury. McGregor, look, I'd love to see him kind of stick. You like seeing some of the late round guys go. The sad truth of it is when you get a regime change from the Saleh era to the Glenn era, there's going to be guys that have loyalties or maybe just fit differently. I think you'll see. I mean, some of these other guys, I'm sure you'll see kind of jettisoned as well. So I don't know if it's a super shocking development, but I'd like to see him hang around. He was someone that I think a lot of us were kind of excited about. Number 8, you got offensive lineman Max Mitchell, a 4th-round pick in 2022. Mitchell has played in 30 games and started 14. He can play both offensive tackle and guard, so his versatility will help him. But with Vera Tucker staying at guard, Josh Myers being able to help at guard, and 2 first-round picks starting at tackle, Mitchell is in limbo. He seems safe to catch on as the last 1 or 2 offensive linemen due to his versatility and experience, but can he be more than that? Can he challenge for a starting spot? Entering his 4th season, has he developed to the point where he can be seen as a major contributor? I don't think Max Mitchell is going to make this roster. I don't dislike Max Mitchell, but I think Carter Warren has more upside just having the extra year of, I don't want to call it eligibility, but extra year of contract. I've been pretty underwhelmed by Max Mitchell, but that being said, our whole offensive coaching the last few years has been absolutely abysmal. So I'm open to the idea of him sticking under a new coaching staff and maybe developing a little bit more. But I would say him being in the final year of his, I think it's the final year, right? 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, final year of his contract. I could see him just missing out here. Even with the positional flexibility, I think we have enough guys at the O-line to kind of shed him. And Mr. Mitchell, if you're watching the show, I hope your son turns it around. I know he's been a fan of the show, so thank you for tuning in. Number 7, quarterback Adrian Martinez, the feel-good story of last preseason, who spent last year on the practice squad. Does he have any realistic chance of winning the QB3 spot? Let's listen to see if he gets his name called during minicamp. I think you'll see a lot of what I think will be the top 3 quarterbacks on this roster. Obviously, Tyrod. I don't know how much Tyrod's actually going to play in preseason. I feel like you kind of know what he is. I'd rather see more of Fields. And then the kid from, why am I blanking on the friggin' school? Membu's guy, Cook, right? Is that his name? Last name? Is that right? Quarterback we drafted from Missouri. Or not drafted, signed. I'd like to see a lot of him. Just see what you can kind of get out of him. Adrian Martinez, cool. If he's around, why not? I don't want to see Tyrod get a whole lot of snaps. So if your alternative is to put in Martinez, I can live with that for a little bit. That won't drive me nuts. Brady Cook, there it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Name I'm looking for. But yeah, I don't think Martinez makes the roster. I think the Jets will carry 3 quarterbacks, and Martinez is not going to be one of them. Number 6, safety Dean Clark. 24-year-old UDFA received a large bonus and salary guarantee. He dealt with injuries his entire college career. A solid bet to be given every chance to make at least the practice squad. If he can stay healthy, he might be right in the mix for a roster spot. Will he hear his name mentioned during minicamp? Safety is kind of ish wide open, I guess. The kid from Alabama, I'd like to see start. That would be really cool. I would really, really appreciate seeing like a mid-round guy pan out. We do sort. I would say, do we have our starters in place? I guess we sort of do, right? What's our projected? Do we have a depth chart yet? I don't know if did they put together a depth chart? Let's see, Jets depth chart. This is how off base I've been right now. Jets official website. Gets released during training camp. Let's see if ESPN tells us where we're at. It does. Okay. So as of right now, they have our starting safeties as Andre Cisco and Tony Adams. We got Malachi Moore, Jalen Simpson, Dean Clark, and Jarius Monroe rounding out the safety 5 and 6 spots. Now, remember, Jarek Bernard-Converse can play a little bit of safety. He's in there as the 3rd cornerback as well. I guess 3rd on one of the sides. It's probably like, 4th, 5th? Because technically Stiggers and AZ Thomas will be ahead of him. Isaiah Oliver's got some positional flexibility. Did I not realize? I don't know if I realized he came back. That's what happens when you're a little out of the loop at times. It's okay. What are you guys saying in chat? Let's catch up a little bit. Ricky says, I'm envisioning a Sanchez rookie year type season for us. Nasty defense, tough run game. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't have a whole lot of expectation. I just want to set my expectation low and be pleasantly surprised. I want to be a tough, gritty team. I want teams to not want to face us. Jacob Martinez on the practice squad. Maybe. Guys, can help me out with Mizzou and Brady Cook. Rico says, I think between Cisco, Moore, Adams, and Isaiah Oliver, who they seem to really like, Clark is probably practice squad guy this year. Yeah, that's kind of where my thought's at. I think if you're carrying 4, he's not going to be one of the 4. Especially when you got guys with positional flexibility that can kind of slot in at nickel corner too. I think that's helpful. Number 5, Donovan Edwards, another UDFA bonus baby. Received rave reviews at rookie minicamp. Can he keep up the positive momentum when the veterans show up? I still think he's on the outside looking in for the 53-man roster spot behind Hall, Allen, and Davis, but the potential is there if he can keep up the good work. Well, you got to think we'll have 4 running backs. I would think. I don't think we do. How many? We carried at least 4 last year, I think. Pretty sure we carried 4. This is what happens. Let's see. Andrew Beck. Oh, do we carry a fullback, though? That would be interesting. I don't know. I'd like to see this kid given a shot. He was one of the more, I don't want to say sought after, but exciting, maybe, players that we brought in as a UDFA. Give him more reps in the preseason. I don't have to see any Breece Hall. I don't got to see any, honestly, I don't even really need to see Isaiah Davis or Braylon Allen, to be totally honest. If you want to see some of their reps with like the ones in like a quarter of play, I'd rather see some of these other guys that are more bubble players get some extra playing time. So maybe you get a little bit here. Number 4, it's a little splitsky. Tight end Stone Smart and Zach Kuntz. Now, if you're asking me, I think Kuntz is the one that's on the out here. Smart, I think, is going to stick. I think at least for this year. I don't know if he's got, it's obviously going to be Ruckert, him, and Mason Taylor. Or I think that's obviously what's going to happen. 3 of them. I would be, as much as Kuntz has all the athletic upside in the world, I'd rather gamble on Smart. Veteran Jeremy Ruckert and second-round pick Mason Taylor are locks at tight end. Kuntz is a big athletic kid who spent the last 2 years in the practice squad. Free agent signee Stone Smart caught 16 passes for 13-yard average for the Chargers last year. One of those two will probably be tight end 3. Do we hear anything good about either one during minicamp? Obviously, this was written before minicamp. This will be the first time they go head-to-head for a roster spot. So I do think that Kuntz is out. Now, as much as Rodgers loved him, maybe we play Kuntz in week 1 versus Steelers. Maybe that's what happens. But I think 2 years of this kid after being drafted in the 7th round and like having all the crazy athletic upside in the world, for him to not have been able to like crack into the lineup or like show anything positive, wildly concerning. So I'm writing off Kuntz on this list. Number 3, they got Carter Warren, which I disagree with. I think Warren's going to be on this roster. I think he definitely makes the roster. A 4th-round pick in 2023, Warren just never stayed healthy enough to establish himself as a starter or a top-flight backup offensive tackle in the NFL. He played in 6 games last year, starting 1, and actually played pretty solid at times. But the Jets spent their last 2 first-round picks on offensive tackles and signed I can never pronounce that guy's first name, Okafor. Okorafor. As a free agent. Is there a 4th offensive tackle on the 53-man roster? Maybe. Is that 4th tackle Warren? He's going to have a rough road, but we'll see. So for me, I want to see Carter Warren make this team. I do. And I don't know. I mean, outside of your 2 starters, it's Max Mitchell, Okorafor, and Warren. I think those are the only other 3 tackles. And to me, I think Mitchell's out. Warren, 2 years left of eligibility as far as contractual control goes. Hold on to him, see if you can get anything out of him. Peter says, I believe Edwards makes the roster. Back to the practice squad. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Rico says, what if Jets X Factor has been saying is true? I think Edwards is out because Beck gives us more of what we need. Beck does seems like our best blocking fullback tight end option, and we need that. That's the curveball, right? Like if you're keeping a tight end on the roster and Andrew Beck, then you're probably not carrying a 4th running back. Although, I guess you could shave off somewhere else. Like if you only wanted to carry, I don't think we'd carry 2 tight ends. What other position could you trim down? It'd be wild if they trimmed down wide receiver. That would be a little crazy. I mean, maybe they only carry 2 quarterbacks. I don't know. I like our 3 running backs a lot, and if Beck provides more of a punch in our, running game and starting offense, then yeah, I'm cool with Edwards going to the practice squad. You won't hear me argue that too much. Mooj and AG pick Stone Smart personally. They have an idea of what he is. Zach Kuntz would have to show out to make them change their minds. Yeah, that's part of the whole like change in coaching staff too. When you have a guy that's brought in by the new coaching staff, the guy that's kind of been underwhelming with the old coaching staff, feels like you're fighting an uphill battle. That's like that with like not even just like only football. It's with other sports. It's with other jobs. Always a challenge. I know what you mean. Not picked in a draft, picked in free agency. Peter. I also believe Mitchell makes the roster as a tackle guard, possibly. Warren, if they try him at guard for flexibility. Have they? I don't think we've seen Warren at guard. Have we? I don't believe we have. I don't know. I was hopeful for Mitchell, but he hasn't shown me like anything the last few years, and I'd rather gamble. If I'm gambling on anyone, the guy with 2 years on his contract than 1. Harlan says Warren will stay with the team. He's a good player when healthy. I hope so. Who do we think are, is that million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million % defensive cuts? I'm not even through the rest of this list. I'll go through the rest of the list, then we'll kind of talk it down. Ricky says, trim down the punter and field goal kickers because we are only scoring touchdowns. Going for 2, baby. Yeah, could you imagine a team that's like, yeah, screw it. We got a running back, or we got this other dude that can kick like 45 and in. So we're just going to roll with that guy as kicker, and we're just going to omit the field goal kicker. We're going to omit the punter. What's cool is one of the kickers, McManus, is his dad. I think it's his dad. Works for my company. So I'm hoping that dude makes the roster. That's my hope. Because I'd like to say I know a guy. I don't know him. I've never met him. I've met the dad. Come on, Mevis. All right, where was I? Number 2. Defensive end Michael Clemens. No doubt Clemens is talented. He's big and makes the occasional play, but he's highly inconsistent. Actually made 34 tackles last year and played 54% of the defensive snaps. Even helps on special teams, but for a guy entering his 4th year, is average good enough? Is he an edge, a D end, or D tackle in this new system? There are a lot of talented players who will be fighting for the last 2 or 3 spots in the defensive line rotation. Can Clemens stake his claim? I don't think so. I think his salary cap hit, which I think it's like $3 million is what we save if we cut him. And the penalties, the stupid shit this guy did all during last season, that's what put me over the edge. Because I was super excited for him after his rookie year, and then I felt bad because he's like fluctuated weight and everything, and kind of got thrown around a little bit. But like he did himself no favors last year. So I would be very surprised if Michael Clemens made this roster. Eli says move Clemens to D tackle. Didn't we try that? Is that where? Because he was better on the end, if I'm not mistaken. We tried to get him to gain weight, right? We need the run support. I'd rather gamble on someone else. I'll be honest. If this guy's gonna be causing penalties, I'm so out on Michael Clemens. Number 1, this is a player that I think a few of us have been kind of harping about for a while. Like the guy, don't love the player. Wide receiver Xavier Gipson. Gipson has caught 27 passes in 2 years for 9.9 yards per catch. The team re-signed Lazard, signed 2 veteran free agents, and drafted a wide receiver in the 4th round. Right now, he is on the outside looking in. His best hope is some kind of wide receiver 5 kick returner role, but even that seems like a long shot. Yeah, when I was watching Gipson the last 2 years in training camp and during the regular season, I would hold my breath every time a punt went up in the air or a kick went up in the air, and he was like trying to field it. The guy just couldn't catch a cold. Like super like bobbly with the ball, would drop it in training camp. Like, man, I love that first home opener with Rodgers, the return of the kick. That was like the boom, shining moment. And like maybe one play after that. Is that really it? I don't know. I'm kind of out on Gipson. I'd rather whatever touches Gipson's getting, give him to Corley. Just give him right to Corley. I want to see Corley in the worst way. I still, what do they say? What was the rhyme that Glenn said? Something about the tub. Can't make the roster from the tub. No tub, no rub. That's not the rhyme. Can't. Someone throw it in the chat. What the hell was it? Can't make the roster from the tub. Can't make the. I don't know. I want to see Corley, though. That's what I want to see. Harlan reminds Eli that the Jets tried moving Clemens to D tackle. It did not work. Did they? I'm in the West Coast, so I don't get to watch many games, annoyingly. Yeah, they tried it 2 years ago when he put on weight. Ricky says, yeah, I'm good with Clemens. His one highlight was showing up to camp with a bat. Hasn't done anything good in games. Rather let young guys get a chance. Yeah, I liked him his rookie year, and that was about it. There it is, Rick. You can't make the club from the tub or something like that. There we go. That makes way more sense than getting a rub in the tub. Peter, I predicted the Jets in 3 calls. I predicted the Jets in 3 calls with Matt on Jets and had Clemens gone and Gipson on the practice squad. Gipson to the practice squad, I think, is a gift. I don't even think he's good. I wouldn't put him down that on the squad either. Rico, if Corley is the yak king, Gipson is the fair catch king. If he could catch it all the time, like, God, every bobble just bugs the crap out of me. Is this last year Clemens' contract? Yeah, it's the final year of his contract, and I think if we cut him, we save like $3 million. I keep saying that. Let me actually Google it. So I'm giving you guys facts here, not just talking off the cuff. But I'm pretty positive that's how it works out. Yeah, we saved $3.4 million if we cut Clemens. So for me, I would prefer the cash and let a young guy play. No block, no rock. That's a great one. I'd like Corley as kick and punt returner. Like that. Clemens needs to move to another team. I think he's not going to have an option. He's just going to get booted. He's going to have to. Spending a third-round pick on a kick returner, punt returner is less than ideal, though. Well, look, I totally understand that, and it's not that I want Corley to be only a kick and punt returner. I would love him to get more touches on offense and, like, work his way in. I am leery that he's going to get many touches unless we utilize him in some kind of, like, wildcat running back formation. He used to be a running back, so, like, I could totally see a situation where you have, like, Brees and Corley in at the same time, or Brees and Allen in at the same time, or, like, you know, rotate them next to Fields and just, like, punish people. That's what I want. I want a creative running attack where you don't know which way the running back's running. Like, you're going to prevent DNs from crashing down because they have to stay home in case one of these guys bounces it outside. Like, Brees is still blazing fast, even though his hesitation at the line last year was driving us a little batty. I would like to see Corley get some touches. Ricky, don't forget this is Corley's rookie season. Give the kid the rock. Yeah, it's kind of like his rookie season. What do you have? One play last year? Was it one touch? Was it really just the fumble? Is that like all he had? Or maybe he had one other play after that? Eli, I'm on the West Coast too. Got to stream the games. Yeah, or get an IPTV service or something like that. You get NFL. Is it NFL Plus? Game Pass? Game ticket? Sunday ticket? I don't know. You get one of those. Harlan, Corley's second season with the Jets. Yeah, no, he's saying it's a rookie. See? Boom. He's paying attention. Red Zone makes it impossible to pay attention. Dude, I love Red Zone, especially being a Jet fan and, like, watching our team suck most of the time. Not score any points. Yeah, watching Red Zone's a pure delight. I get to actually watch all the other games. That's why, honestly, if I could have all our games at 9 o'clock in the morning for this year, it'd be delightful. Because I get my Jets out of the way early, I get to do my content, and then I get to sit back and watch, like, all the other games of, like, how football's played. That's why I'm on Team Entertain Me. I've said this a lot. Team Entertain Me today. Today? This year. This whole year. Just entertain me. I just want to have fun watching this damn team. That's all I want. That guy makes the kick return. I can never pronounce his name. Wang Wu. Wang Wu? Is that right? And they use Corley and Arian Smith as punt returner. Yeah, Smith's speed is blazing fast. I put Red Zone on the TV and the Jets on my laptop. Ooh, that's not a bad way. I have a second TV that I kind of leave behind I have like a hutch under my TV. So I have my big TV on the wall. That's where the Jets go. But then I have my other, I don't know, maybe it's a 42, 48-inch TV that I'll kind of put off to the side, no volume on, and just have Red Zone just going nonstop. I'll just keep an eye on that. I'd like to get a projector. That'd be badass. You can project with a big-ass screen to watch one of them. Then my TV has the other on it. Rico, I don't know if the Jets have the luxury to let Clemens go this year unless McGregor or Watt really show out. You can't go in with just Will McDonald, Hobble JJ, and Tyler Barron. Yeah, but you know what? Devil's argument. Clemens is gone after this year. Are you re-signing him? Answer's no from me. Do you think someone else is going to sign him or you're going to get a comp pick? Probably not. And do I really care if we lose some games because Michael Clemens' replacement was not fully what Michael Clemens was? I'll be honest, I don't really care. It's a weird thing to say, but like this is very much a let's see who's on the roster year. So anyone that's in the final year of their contract, this is Brees included. Determine if they're going to be here next year, and if not, get them out of here. And I want Brees here. I want Brees franchise tagged. You know, I'm kind of off the long-term contract kind of thing, but I would like to see us franchise tag him. But if the plan is to not re-sign him at the end of the year, got to trade him. Same holds true for Clemens. Same holds true for anyone on a one-year contract. Lazard, blanking on all the other one-year contracts. You get Quincy even. Like I like Quincy, but like if you're not going to re-sign him, might as well move him. See what you got with the young guys on the roster. Evaluate everything that's going on. See who's part of your future moving forward. Get draft picks for guys you can't. Save salary cap space from guys that are marginally better than the guys that would be peanuts behind him. So that's what Clemens is to me. For me, I would much rather boot Clemens and save his cap space. Last, coaching staff not being here is Corley's biggest blessing. Yeah, I would think that's probably helpful. I got NFL Plus so I could watch Red Zone, but it doesn't allow me to watch the Jets games. So is NFL, I always get confused on all these services. NFL Plus, I do have. That's how I watch the All 22 tape. Is it Sunday Ticket? I think Sunday Ticket's what you probably need. Or you get an IPTV service. Telling you. Figure out how to do that. It's way cheaper. Jacob. Corley had 3 touches, if I remember correctly. One of them was a drop touchdown. Yeah, all the way at the 1 yard line. Oh, God, that just drives me bonkers. Every time. I like the primetime games, honestly. Well, it's nice because you can actually watch them. If you're on the West Coast, you actually get to see all the primetime games. I got to sit back with the fam and watch the Jets embarrass themselves. Yeah, that's not fun for everyone else. This just sucks. Just like, it sucks when you're, I feel bad for Greenbean. Greenbean had a bunch of games last year where he was like live streaming the game and he's like, yo, this sucks. This just blows. Like, I'm not even entertained. Like, I had games where I'm sitting on the couch, I'm like half paying attention at some point. It's like, man, I was a broken man last year. Got to get my energy back. JD, Ravens getting Alexander on that contract makes Stevenson contract look even worse. I didn't even see what Alexander's contract is. I saw the Ravens did get him. But, yeah, I'm not a big Stevenson contract right now. I'm a little disappointed in that one. Eli says, I heard Stevens' contract is going to be rough to get out of. Essentially, it's a 2-year contract. AZ should be the starter halfway through the season, in my opinion. That's honestly where I feel. The other part of this is like, man, I've been saying for a while, like, I want the Jets to retain their good players like Sauce and Garrett on like long-term deals. But, man, there is a pit in my stomach that makes me think the drafting of AZ Thomas and the contract that Stevens has opens the door for a big-time move of Sauce. And I hope that's not the case because Sauce is the player you'd like really want to build around from like a culture perspective. But the argument is the defensive line has played such a bigger impact on the corners than the corners have had on the defensive line. And when you don't have the edge rush presence and the defensive line presence, the corners aren't going to do jack shit. We saw that last year with DJ Reed and Sauce, both having kind of down seasons. Or maybe I would say some sort of regression. Some of that has to do with Salad, like obviously getting fired, the expectations being shifted beyond that, and everyone kind of gives up. So I'm not looking to move anyone, but just saying, like, it would not shock me if someone offers 2 firsts for Sauce that he is out the door. Again, Sauce fan, don't want him going anywhere. What are the odds Steelers move TJ Watt? I don't think they're going to move him. If you draft or if you bring in Aaron Rodgers, you're going for a ring. So don't move him. Let him come back. Ricky, NFL Plus gives you access to Red Zone and the games in your region. Oh, I didn't know that. I would get all these snacks, throw some barbecue on, and all that just to be disappointed. Yeah, I hate giving up my Sundays. I don't get a lot of time off. I obviously, like most people, I get my weekends off or I get 2 days off a week. And like one of them being burnt to watch a piss poor product consistently when I have like, I'd rather be spending time with the family. Like last year I got to that point. I was just broken. Like, my Sundays are awful. I'd rather sit here, play with the girls, have the Jets on, pay attention. I want to be invested. I want to be invested into this team and I want to be invested into the product on the field. I'm not going to bullshit you. If I'm not feeling something, you guys are going to know it. I think Ravens got him for 1 year, $4 million. What? Is that true? What'd they give up? I didn't even see what the trade compensation was. Absolutely not. They're not moving off Sauce. He means too much to the team. I think he's too much of a star power, and I think fans would revolt. Not like the same way the Jamal Adams things went down. I think there were enough people against Jamal Adams, and he didn't play a premium position. Sauce, I want to see Garrett and Sauce get paid this offseason because I think that's the right thing to do. I could see a situation where the entire regime just kind of wants everyone to play out this season and then give themselves the flexibility to move who they need to move or sign and overpay guys who they feel deserve to be overpaid. And I feel like that's kind of an excuse to like not pay Garrett and not pay Sauce right away. But these guys being in I don't want to say contract years, but being up for a contract, playing well the way they have, I think it would be a mistake not to pay them. This fan base will turn on ownership so quick if they don't re-sign Sauce or Garrett. No, I understand. I get this entirely, and I want both back. I think you give both 4 years, $30 million a year. Sign them both. Bring them back. Sauce is going to probably need more than that. Sauce is a good player, but he does not get interceptions. That's the thing. Like, would you rather the 2 first-round picks and potentially have your quarterback of the future because you got those 2 first-round picks? Like, to me, that's probably a deal I'm willing to do. That being said, I'd rather give up future draft picks to come up and get the quarterback than give up one of our homegrown, like, arguably one of the best players we've ever drafted in Sauce. I don't want to see him moved. I really don't. Take 2 first for Sauce. Yeah, I agree. Anything less than that, I wouldn't move him. Mutt Viles, who's going to be wide receiver 2 and who gets signed first, Sauce or Garrett? I think Sauce is the easier contract to work out. I think Garrett's more valuable, though. Like Sauce, you could just say, hey, look, Stingley got, I think, $31 million. We're going to give you 32 or whatever. Like, so Sauce should be whatever the top cornerback contract is plus $1 million per year or $500,000 a year, whatever you want to do, or call it more guaranteed money with the same amount. I don't care, whatever it is. That's what I think you should do. Garrett is a little bit trickier. I think Garrett's a more valuable player to this team, but I don't think he's justified in asking for like wild money. I think if he were to be offered 4 years, $30 million, he should take it, and I think that's a pretty fair deal. I think that would be reasonable. Eli says Sunday Ticket is the package where you can watch any game, but it's like $1 zillion. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you don't know what IPTV is, take a look at it. It's worth a browse. Knob says 2 first for Sauce, and the quarterback trade-up would heal the wound pretty fast. Yeah, see, Knob, I'm in agreement. And I don't want to move Sauce, but like I could see a situation where you draft A.Z. Thomas because you got better value than you thought you would get. You gave the contract to Stevens, who, like, I'll be honest, I don't want Stevens to be starting cornerback. I'd much rather Sauce and A.Z. Thomas. But I could see the regime talking themselves out of it for the draft picks, which feels like such a Jets thing to do, to give up on a guy that's like homegrown. Jacob, Jamal Adams was a free... No, J.R. Alexander was a free agent for the Ravens. Packers cut him for injury and money reasons. Oh. I thought they were moving off of him. I didn't realize they cut him. Okay. I do like what Knob is cooking. I think it's going to be in the conversation. I said that the minute A.Z. Thomas was drafted. I was like, that doesn't look good for Sauce. Like, or at least it gives you the flexibility. I shouldn't say it doesn't look good for Sauce. It gives you the flexibility if you want to move. If someone gives you the Jamal Adams package, do it. Fine. Cool. And you're not going to, you won't, the league will make fun of you. The league made fun of us for trading Jamal Adams. And then we got Sauce and Garrett and JJ and AVT and all those guys. So works out. Rico, best case scenarios is Stevens' AZ issue is Stevens gets coached up and we move him. It's obvious they didn't expect AZ to be there in the third and just couldn't resist the talent. Yeah, look, Stevens, hopefully he balls out. I think AZ Thomas is a really good player. I was really excited watching Dom's reaction to it. I really like watching Blewett's reaction to AZ Thomas. And I think it gives you some options. Sweet Glory's King, Garrett. G5 should get DK St. Brown money. Let's see what those guys are getting. I don't know what they are offhand. I said $30 million a year. Is that what DK signed this past March? DK signed a 4-year, $132 million contract. $80 million is guaranteed, of which $60 million is fully guaranteed at signing. The new guarantee is $62 million, receives a $30 million signing bonus. So he's getting, what does that work out to be? $30 million a year. His contract right now, 2025 to 2029, is 5 years, $150 million. So averages out to $30 million a year, which is what I think. I think Garrett should get that. And then what was the other? St. Brown. Where am I looking here? Positions, wide receiver. $30 million a year. Is it a 4-year contract? I think it's a 4-year deal. 4-year extension. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it has 3 void years, so it's kind of funky from a cap perspective, but essentially $30 million a year. I'm on board. That is exactly where I think he should land. Rico, I think someone is willing to take that contract. Maybe if a contender has an injury in their secondary. Talking about Sauce? Someone would 100% pay Sauce. Is that what you're talking? Oh no, you're talking about Stevens. Trade Stevens. Rico, I think Garrett Wilson's contract is a race to sign him before McLaurin. I think the contract's going to be very similar. Yeah, probably. I think Scary Terry's, God, they're both so good. Terry's just on a team that was in the NFC Championship game. I think that's a tougher comparison, even though the player skill levels are good. Jets being on a bad team, I feel like makes it a lot easier because we don't have anyone to pay right now. I shouldn't say we don't have anyone to pay. You know what I'm trying to say. Jacob says, I got Sunday ticket in Red Zone for only $150 when it's usually $400 because of the student discount, but I haven't been a student for at least a year. School email still works. Oh, Jacob, I know how that works. I've got my old Binghamton email address still works. I've been graduated for 12 years. 12 years? What year is it right now? 2025? Yeah, 12 years. Oh, damn, I'm old now. Yes, that's the way to go. My wife works for a college. She's got a .edu email address. So fallback in case Binghamton doesn't work. Then I got that. It's actually a really close scenario. I'm thinking. I also think it wouldn't be a high draft pick because of the contract. Oh, talking about Stevens. Peter. I hope the next Talking Jets show on Tuesday next month, we are breaking down new deals for Sauce and Garrett. That would be so nice. I was just talking with Bean and Matt. We're going to come back July. Is it 22nd is the Tuesday? I think July 22nd is the Tuesday. I'm gone the following week on vacation. So we'll come back. I think the 22nd is either the Tuesday before training camp or camp starts that week, and the 22nd is the first Tuesday during that. But yeah, we'll be back. We're back. Totally okay with the 5th round pick for him unless he absolutely balls out. I'm okay with losing on that investment. Talking about Stevens. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't really care. But I think banking on AZ to be a stud, that's step one. Yeah, I want AZ to be the guy. I hope he balls out. 5th for Stevens to move up the contract. AZ, hope you sign me up for that. Yes. Isn't Sunday ticket exclusive to DirecTV? Eli! You don't know what IPTV is. Look, do yourself a favor and look up what IPTV is. I'm telling you. Take a look. Look at the cost. Look at what you get. It is, I'll call it a gray area, but you probably want a VPN. It's definitely frowned upon. Yeah. Sunday Ticket is on YouTube now. Yeah, I'm really hoping. I've heard rumors they're going to allow people to stream the games on YouTube. I hope that's the case. I hope it's not like exclusive people doing it and they just choose someone. It'd be cool if all fans could watch it, and then they all get an opportunity to add to the viewership count, right? Like add it all to whatever the NFL's metrics are. But if we're talking football, why not let the fans talk some football? That's what I want to see. That's what I'd like to see. Boys and girls, got about 10 minutes left in this show. If you got any questions, comments, concerns that you're thinking of, feel free to post them in the chat. Ooh, check this out. I wasn't going to do this read today, but I'll do it since I'm actually having one. If you guys don't know. Boom, Huel. It's essentially fuel. It's like an all-day meal. I shouldn't say all day. It's like a meal replacement. hooking it up. Bunch of protein. How many protein grams we got in here? 35 grams of protein. You don't get that like wicked chalk taste either, which is kind of nice. Woo. Get out of my beard though. If you're constantly on the move or just tired of skipping meals, Huel has you covered. They're today's sponsor, spelled Huel, and their Black Edition ready to drink is a total game changer. It's a complete meal in one bottle with 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, high fiber and low sugar, so you feel full, focused, and ready for your day. No prep, no cleanup, just grab and go. Huel already sold over 500 million meals around the world, and now it's your turn to try. New customers get 15% off plus a free gift at Huel.com when you use my code JetsTalk. Don't miss out. Try it today. And look, my normal meals, normally what I do, I get my coffee in the morning, and then I like scrape by. I might do a lunch, I may not, and then I have like a big dinner at the end of the day. You're not really supposed to do that, but this has been a great meal replacement for me on the go. So Huel sent me out a whole pack. I got vanilla, chocolate, strawberry banana, and what was the other one? Iced coffee. Strawberry banana one is actually slamming. Really, really good. Vanilla's pretty tasty too. But the strawberry banana, that was the one I didn't think, like I love strawberry banana shakes and whatnot. Wasn't sure how that one was going to be. Honestly, slamming. We got these guys for Talking Jets as well. And Matt, Bean, and I are like tickled pink. We hope they keep sponsoring the show because it's super tasty. So if you guys are looking for something like that, highly recommend it. Head down in the description. You'll see a link down there. Use the code JetsTalk for 15% off and let them know I sent you over there. Look at that. See? I'm just sitting here kind of hungry and boom, extra read. Okay, chat. Where are you at? Where are you at? What about me paying a subscription fee to watch a specific team? Is that a thing? Is that a thing you can do? I don't know if that's a thing. Just Google Reddit NFL stream and never worry about it again. I'm not paying those prices to watch the Jets from Houston. So, Rico. I don't know if our NFL streams is still a thing. Maybe there's a new subreddit. They blocked it for a while because that's where I was watching for a bit. Like if I want to only watch Jets games, I'd pay $200 for the season or something. Well, why would they do that when you can pay $400 and get all the games, even though 31 of the teams you don't give a shit about? That's business, my friend. They know you want the product bad enough. You'll pay the $400, even though like $200 would make a lot more sense for one team. I get it. I'm with you. But from a business perspective, if you are going to buy the $400 package, why would they take half the money? Jacob, yeah, there are some sites you can stream games from, though. I think Stream East, is that still a thing? Maybe use a device you don't really care about, though, in case you get a virus. Yeah, don't. We had a guy watching, I think it was the Masters? I don't know if it was the Masters. One of the golf tournaments in the Pro Shop, and decided to use a sketchy site on the Pro Shop computer. And man, was our IT guy not happy with what he found on that computer. Pretty funny. I used to use Dofu Sports. They were awesome. I've never heard of that one. That is not a thing yet. Lots of people want Sunday ticket package where you can pay for only one team, just not yet. Yeah, look, they're not going to do it. NFL's not going to do that. This is actually the one sponsor I actually followed up on. My girl is a vet, and Huel is actually working really well for her. Is a vet and working. She using Huel on the pets, or is she just having it while she is also a vet? It's honestly really tasty. Read you some of the bottles. So one serving size, full container, 400 calories, 35 grams of protein, only 6 grams of sugar, a whole bunch of stuff. First ingredient, water. Boom. See? Pea protein. Faba bean protein. Lots of protein. Wow. I recommend it. If you're looking for some kind of like shake or workout thing, Green Bean's been losing a ton of weight. Not exclusively because of Huel, but he's been working out and eating right and whatnot, and also using this. So he's definitely hoping that we continue with this as well. Keeps you full. Veterinarian, not a war vet. Do you think that would make the NFL enough money if they did that? No, Eli, they won't. They won't do that because everyone that would pay the $200 to see their team is already paying $400 to see the team. Because you would need to double the amount of subscriptions. And I don't think you're going to double the amount of subscriptions with a $200 package versus the $400 package. They'd rather sell 1.5 times as many at $400 than 1.75 as many. If that makes sense. D. Jacob's with me. He understands the economics of it. It's very much still a thing. Thank the good pirate lord. Oh, Stream East. Yeah, there we go. Forgot what I was talking about for a second there. Pat. Me in Ryan. What is that? NM me in Ryan. Did the Jets make a big mistake in not drafting Sanders with one of the 4th round picks? Look, if Sanders balls out, cool. I'm glad he goes to another team. Like, I did not want to deal with Deion Sanders' kid and all the chaos that comes with that, especially after we just had Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm sorry. It's one of those, every now and then there's a player that I just see, I'm like, dude, it's okay. Go have success elsewhere. Like, I don't particularly want to root for you. And Sanders was just kind of that player. Just came off too much like a douche. I feel totally bad about what Ulbricht's kid did to him. Like, I'm not on that bandwagon at all. But like, I am not a Sanders fan. I think he's going to win the starting job in Cleveland, but I think the league was sending him a message. Stream East is pretty good, but sometimes it crashes. I haven't used it. My brother uses it. Eli, true Jacob, but don't the NFL teams split the TV revenue? So if some teams have more subscribers than others, it would be problematic. Eli, I'm telling you, it's the economics of it all. If you have 10 people paying you $400 a year for a service that gets them what they want, because how many of those 10 people do you think want to see every game that's on at the same time as their existing team? They probably really just want to see their own team. So if you cut it down to $200, you're going to have more than likely 10 people paying $200 instead of 10 people paying $400. Or you need to get 20 people to buy that $200 package to make up for the fact that it's $400. And then your servers and all the stress you put on your system is then twice as taxed. Not taxed as in like a financial standpoint, but like taxed as in like a systems perspective. So I get what you're saying. If I'm the NFL, I would not do that. As much as it would make fans happy. I guess you'd have to do an analysis of how many fans that don't currently have Sunday Ticket, how many more people would have it. Because like I said, you got to double it. It's got to be more than 200. Probably got to be like 300, to be honest. And then you'd still need to get like a sizable increase in people. Imagine what the media would have said if Ulbrich was still in the Jets. How much more would have blown up about it? Dude, that's the thing. Like, we are such a punching bag all the time. That thing relatively, like, died out. I mean, it was a thing, certainly, for like a week there. Eli's coming around. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would make sense for the NFL. I'm telling you, dude, it's a money business. It sucks. That's what it is. Boys and girls, we have hit the 10 o'clock hour. Oh, hold on. Rico says, getting back to the Jets. Who is the one guy that you think no one's talking about that at the end of the season we're going to think, man, he balled out? Mine is Michael Carter. Excited for him. I really like Michael Carter. I would be cool if that was him. I mean, obviously, after paying him last year, it'd be nice to see like some really good production out of a highly paid for their position player. If there's one player I want to see ball out, or I guess that no one's talking about, a player that no one's talking about. Arian Smith? Like, I mean, that'd be cool. That would be a cool player to pop off. Just because he was such it was such a doom and gloom. I shouldn't say a doom and gloom pick, but like fans were so pissed because he was so overdrafted. But like, it'd be cool if he balled out. For me, we kind of talked about this on Talking Jets. Jermaine Johnson's the guy I want. Like, more than anyone else to have success this year, I really hope it's Jermaine Johnson. He's such a good dude and like works so hard. When he went down, like I would have taken him at 4 that year. Like I wanted Sauce, and if Sauce wasn't there, I wanted JJ. So I was happy when we got Sauce. I wanted JJ at 10. I wanted JJ at 11, 12, 13, 14, like literally all the way down, all the way until we got to like pick 26 or whatever it was that we traded up. So I'm hoping we get to see the bounce back of JJ. The thicker kicker. Yeah, that would be fun. Membu, Taylor, AZ, Moore. I want all 4 playing significant snaps this year. I think all of them will. AZ, I feel at the end of the season, I think he's going to be the starter. I hope that's the case. That would be nice. I don't mind paying Stevens a little bit more to ride the pine because a rookie balled out. Taylor, I think, is going to see his fair share of snaps. Membu is going to be starting. I think Moore is definitely going to be starting too. What would you define as a good season from Mason Taylor? Honestly, it's probably more of an eyeball test. It's so hard to attribute stats to a system that we're not entirely sure of yet. Like, this isn't Ben Johnson's system. Like, if we had him as head coach, you kind of have an idea of what's coming in. Engstrand might have some of his own philosophies that he wants to run. How is that going to play into things? How does Fields being a quarterback play into things? And how does that impact the tight end position? He does like his tight ends. But I would say a successful season is looking at Mason Taylor and saying, okay, he made some good blocks, had a few clutch catches, maybe an acrobatic one here or there, and then you're like, wow, okay, that's a nice little season to put together. String it together. I'm not worried about his work ethic or anything. Obviously, I think that's going to be fine. I think he'll have a good season, but it'll be a little. I'll grade it on a little bit of a moving scale. Rico, God, if Arian Smith went off, I'd be so happy. But yeah, man, I'd love JJ to defy the odds. Yeah, dude, that's really what I want. 800 yards and 5 touchdowns would be good. That would be a hell of a season. Have we had that much of a season? I don't know if we've had that much of a season from a tight end in a long time. I was thinking 400 or 500 and 3 or 5 touchdowns. That, Eli, I was more in line with your thinking. Like, if we wind up with Mason Taylor in this stat range, I think that's a solid season for the rookie. This season, we gotta be hyped. That'd be a big time season. Jacob, I think Fields will look for the tight end a lot more than Rodgers, so I think he could get around 800 yards. Damn, really? I think he'll definitely look at the tight end more than Rodgers. I don't think he's getting 800 yards, though. That feels like a lot. All right, boys and girls. We are hitting the hour mark in the stream. So I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out, tuning in, doing the damn thing. It's always a good time talking with you boys and girls. I'm going to try and do this, maybe I'll do an end of the week one. We'll see. As we get closer to the weekend, hopefully we get some kind of news popping off, or maybe I'll talk to someone. Maybe I'll see if Tyson wants to hang out. Should have done that today. We'll talk a little football with me and him. If you guys haven't done so already, nope, that's not the right button. It's this one. Boom! Talking Jets group buy. $2.99. Head over to talkingjets.com. Got tickets on sale. Only got a limited amount of tickets. So once they're gone, they're gone. We're going on the field after the game. We got Tailgate with Tailgate Joe. Myself, O'Leary, and Greenbean going to be having a good old time. Having a blast. Get tickets for a jersey giveaway. Get your game ticket, section 315. So we're sitting like 40-yard line views. I got yelled at by Greenbean because I said I didn't think it was 40-yard line. And then he showed me a picture of it. And I was like, that's pretty much 40-yard line. So it's a good view. We got a bird's eye view. Kind of, if you guys have been with us in the group buys, it's basically ish where we've been the last few years. Tailgate with Tailgate Joe. He's got the Mexican theme or Tex-Mex theme. It's got like tacos and carne asada. Ooh, sounds so sexy. You got drinks will be flowing. The food will be going. Good time. Games and whatnot. Come out. TalkingJets.com. Would love to see you guys there. And Eli, head nice. Great show. Great content. Looks forward to the next one. Thank you, Eli. It's greatly appreciated. All right, boys. It's been fun. I'm going to go lay down, go take a nap. And by nap, I mean go to sleep. I got to be up early tomorrow. But I'll talk to you guys soon. As always, JETS.